It is a true pleasure for me to welcome you to this panel discussion on the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor at the Royal Asiatic Society, organized by the European Foundation for South Asian Studies, also known as EFSAS. Thank you very much for coming.
Consisting of reputable scholars affiliated with various academic institutions including Oxford University, Birmingham University and SOS University of London. The discussion focuses on the wide range of legal, political, economic, ecological, physical and ethical challenges that may result from the planned China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, a crucial component of China's much-hyped One Belt, One Road initiative.
Thank you. It was an absolute pleasure to chair today's session. I'm Shweta Raghavan and I was invited by EFSAS to chair this particular session. It was more about bringing out an alternative narrative on cepec, especially raising the voice and concerns of the minorities, be it the people from Balochistan or Gilgit-Baltistan or Uyghur Muslims from the Western Chinese province. So it was basically about giving them a platform to voice their concerns and to then also deliberate on whether or not cepec is a reality and something that can be achieved in a way that people from Pakistan, from the other parts of the region all benefit.
We moderated an event here under the banner of EFSAS about the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor by inviting various scholars who have examined the issue from legal, economic, environmental and geopolitical perspectives. It was a very interesting discussion with a very interactive Q&A. We feel that these events where questions are raised when there is an interactive debate are very necessary in order to understand such complex.
What became evident from today's panel discussion is that the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, the multi-billion infrastructural project, indeed carries with itself various problems. However, the main question is whether the benefits will actually overcome the costs. Because currently, indeed, those who are investing in it will have a financial profit, yet the common people, those who are left behind, suffering, jobless, impoverished, and having their mainland environmentally devastated, they're the ones who became main victims from it. Violations of international law needs to be perceived by the wider community as criminal offense rather than a business action plan or entrepreneurial approach. The cepec is going through the region Gilgit-Baltistan, which is the region of Jammu and Kashmir, which goes against the contraventions of international law.
It is for thinking Pakistanis across the intellectual as well as civilian establishment to ask about the pros and cons of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. And it is incumbent upon the Islamabad officialdom to provide transparent, comprehensive, cogent, complete responses as to what the entire project entails in its early, middle and late harvest phases. That will entail Pakistan servicing a debt and also a loan for about a generation, that is to say a good 30 years.
CPEC's a great endeavor between China and Pakistan. The agreements are between two elite groups, and if you want to have any change or shift in how CPEC's implemented, then there has to be a role for civil society, and Pakistan can look to other nations such as Kazakhstan. What have people done in the face of the Chinese development and projects that seek to have some benefit for communities and states locally, rather than only rely on what suits the Chinese nation?
Today's conference on CPEC was very important because it brought many people from various countries and various backgrounds, and the panel explained the different aspects of and dimensions of CPEC and how it's going to affect Pakistan, Gilgit-Baltistan and the region. And also people from the audience asked many questions and enlightened and enriched the debate. And it is very important that the debates like this should continue to make people aware what is going on in CPEC and how the China-Pakistan relations will affect.
One of the most important issues raised was that concerning the legality of project, considering that it was based on assumption that there would be no legal issue arising out of the fact that the corridor is expected to run through the dispute territory of Gilgit-Baltistan, Jammu and Kashmir. SM Irfan Tahir, World News, London.